Ashlyn, and on this channel I make videos twice a week about minimalism and intentional living. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you would do so today. Just hit that red subscribe button down below. Today we're going to be talking about minimalism in college and how to apply that, what that looks like. I have shared this on my channel before, but I am currently in college and a lot of my friends are in college as well, just because I'm near the end of that age, but still in that age for sure. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share a few tips on what minimalism in college would can look like, and just kind of the mindset that you should approach college from if you're trying to apply minimalism to your time in college. So I think that the first thing that we really need to talk about when talking about college is packing for school. And this is something that I feel like a lot of people maybe tend to get wrong. I find that the mentality is often, okay, let's just pack my entire life away for college, and so they end up with these small little dorm rooms that are just like bursting full of stuff. And I think that it's really important when you're packing for college just to intentionally think about, like, what am I actually going to need? Not what do I think I should have, what, you know, would be good to have, but what will I actually need? And so really, you know, if your college sends you a packing list of, you know, here are the things that you should be bringing, really evaluate, is that really, you know, are all of these items going to be beneficial? Which ones will, which ones won't? Kind of make your decision from there. Along these lines, I find a lot of college students tend to fall into this trap of wanting to buy, you know, duplicates and triplicates of things so that they only need to go to the store once. So they'll buy, you know, 4 tubes of toothpaste to last them for the entire year, instead of being willing to just purchase the item when it runs out. I find that just by, you know, that small act of going out and purchasing an item that's run out, you can really reduce a lot of clutter in your dorm room and really have a more simple, more minimal type of living space. The same thing goes for things like food. A lot of perishables I find is the biggest place where people tend to do this. So yeah, just really think about, is this something that I can go buy a second of during the course of the year? If it is, I would really just suggest that you wait until you run out of that product or food item before repurchasing. Kind of along those lines as well, just getting rid of duplicates I find is also really helpful. You know, how many pairs of jeans do you really need? You can rewear a pair of jeans and it's not the end of the world. So yeah, think about your duplicates and really consider if you need them and if you can go without. The more things you can say no to, just in terms of bringing things in initially, the easier it will be to maintain a more simple lifestyle when you're actually in college. The second big tip that I have is to avoid accumulating once you actually get to college. And when you're in college, it is so easy just to bring in all of these things because you have all of these different employers, and your school is giving you all of these freebies, the pens, the bags, the 53 million shirts. There's like so many freebies and people handing things out like candy, and you really need to just sit down and evaluate and think about, you know, when somebody's offering you something, is this something that I actually need? Is this something I'll actually use? I would say for the most part, try to avoiding all of the school paraphernalia. Yeah, if you want to rep your school, you know, have a shirt, have a backpack, have something intentional that maybe has the logo and name of your school, but you don't need to feel like a walking billboard for your school. And so I think it's probably better not to have a wardrobe that is so full of your particular college's paraphernalia that it's hard to distinguish you from your school. So yeah, just kind of avoid that on the whole. If you want something, bring it in intentionally, but be really careful with that. Another thing that I find college students tend to accumulate a lot of is furniture, because college furniture never goes beyond college. College furniture is very used and not the best. Let's be honest here. It's all of the couches that don't have springs and things like that. So yeah, definitely try to reduce the amount of furniture you need. Chances are you're not going to be bringing it with you past college, and so the more that you bring into your life, just the more of the hassle it's going to be to dispose of later. And also, the less furniture you have, the more space that you have in your probably already fairly small living area. So think about what you need and just make your decisions from there. Okay, number 3 is to take control of your notes. And when you're in college or when you're in school, it is so easy just to let your notes take over your life. You have notes for so many different classes, and a lot of us don't actually get rid of our notes after we're finished a semester. Once you've finished your course, once you've hopefully gotten an A in it, it's definitely time just to let those go. Unless it's a course that you really think that you'll be referencing for years to come, it's not worth keeping. And even if you think that you'll be referencing it from years to come, chances are you probably won't, so you could probably get rid of those too. If you want to keep it to the end of the year, just for peace of mind, do that, but at the end of the year, definitely get rid of them. Also, be intentional about organizing your notes. I find that a lot of times people will kind of have things all separated and not really organized at all. There's no planning involved, and by really being intentional about with your notes about, you know, what something, like what class it's for, what week it's for, you know, whatever you want to do to organize it, by having a system for organization, you'll be able to keep track of those notes a lot better throughout the year. If you're able to, I know there's still some colleges that don't let you do this, but the vast majority do. If you can take notes on your computer though, definitely do that, because that is the easiest way to keep your notes organized. There's lots of things that you can do to kind of minimize the hassle that note-taking can bring, but definitely have a system, have it thought through, and don't hang on to them for too long. Really, at the end of the day, these aren't things that you're going to be carrying with you throughout your entire life, or at least they shouldn't be. So don't be afraid to let go of them. Take the knowledge that you learned from the class, but be realistic and know that you probably won't be looking back on those notes in years to come. Okay, this 4th tip is about lifestyle. I would say to focus on diet and exercise, especially when you're in college. I think that with the crush of exams and classes and everything like that, college students tend to let this one go by the wayside probably more often than they should. Really focus on nourishing your body, giving yourself food that will help you to thrive. Also, make sure that you're getting exercise. Be getting outdoors regularly. Your school probably has a gym that's free for you if you're a college student, so make use of that. There are so many ways that you can make small changes in your life that will really impact your diet and your health overall. If you're well nourished and well exercised going into exams, you'll be amazed at how much easier it is to study and remember the things that you need for your exams. So yeah, definitely focus on diet and exercise. And then this last tip for college students is to consider non-traditional means of education. Maybe take an online class or do something like I'm doing and do all of your classes online. Talk about minimizing school, right? I find online classes to be fantastic just in terms of the fact that like my entire school fits on my laptop, and I find that fantastic. I love just the freedom that it creates of being able to travel while I'm doing classes. You know, just last week I was able to go on a 10-day trip to New England during my final week of my classes, all because I do my classes online. It gives you a ton of freedom, and it definitely reduces the clutter associated with, you know, college in general. So definitely be willing to look into and consider alternative means of education. While it might not be for everyone, it is a great alternative if you're like me and you just want the freedom that comes with not having to attend, you know, however many classes every single week. So yeah, I hope these tips on how to apply minimalism in college were helpful to you. If they were, definitely be sure to subscribe below and let me know if you're in college, what college do you go to, and do you do any non-traditional means of education? I'm really curious and I would love to know. If you guys have any other questions too, definitely be sure to leave them in the comments. I love responding to those. Anyways, you guys have a fantastic day today, and I'll see you in the next video.